Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the future of transportation. Tesla's Cybercab, autonomously driving itself out of Tesla's Texas factory, navigating the parking lot, and as Tesla's lead of AI commented after Musk posted this footage, soon it'll be driving itself to Austin City, reporting for duty. In other words, straight out of the factory, straight off the production line, straight into the city, immediately beginning operations as an autonomous vehicle. The roads are about to change forever. And as I've warned, if you're a Tesla investor, don't fall prey to shiny object syndrome and ignore what's happening. The mass production of Tesla's dedicated Robotaxi, which is almost certainly going to be dramatically overshadowed by the biggest IPO in history, SpaceX. Speaking of,
there's no human being on the planet that is better at turning electrons into tokens than Elon Musk, right? Let me say that again. Because we focus a lot on the launch business, we focus a lot on the communications business, right, which is Starlink, which we all benefit from. But Elon is building the biggest data centers on Earth and eventually in space of anybody, and nobody is better at turning those electrons into tokens. That is an extraordinarily valuable place to sit. He just struck a huge deal with Anthropic. I think more deals are to come, and that, from my perspective, totally changed the game on the SpaceX IPO. I knew that the launch business was great. I knew that Starlink was great, but that alone would not justify the valuation. Him building the data centers which are going to power all of AI, and him then using those to train up his own AI with incredible team that he acquired from Cursor, I think is a total game changer for the IPO and puts them in a really good position. Brad
is completely on point here. I'll share more details with the Anthropic deal soon, but you'll note Brad is describing the ability for SpaceX AI with a massive advantage in terms of both their ability to scale AI compute faster than anyone else, but also cheaper. And the proof's in the pudding. The recent Anthropic deal, one of likely many in the pipeline. Anthropic currently paying SpaceX AI $1.25 billion per month to access a portion of their compute. Brad points out that SpaceX AI can also use their compute for their own products. The implications to me seem quite obvious. All of the world's serious AI companies will be throwing close to infinite piles of cash in the direction of SpaceX AI to not only access portions of their training compute, because these companies will see an incredible, almost immediate return on investment, access more compute, improve your models, increase number of tokens available to consumers, massively increase revenue. These things pay for themselves almost instantly. But I think the next phase is not just going to be companies paying for access to existing compute, but also to help SpaceX AI build out additional AI infrastructure. It might sound absurd for a company to help pay SpaceX AI to build AI compute and then pay for the privilege of accessing that as well. But if SpaceX AI can build much faster, they can. And more affordably, they can, but even if they couldn't, that's not relevant. Speed is everything here, because everyone is massively constrained by access to compute. If these companies can throw money at SpaceX AI and save themselves a year or two and bring in billions of dollars, they'd be crazy not to throw essentially unlimited cash in the direction of SpaceX AI. And this doesn't just apply to Earth-based compute, but orbital AI as well. On this note, John posts this today, Elon replies. John's post, SpaceX potential compute business. XAI spent 3 to 4 billion on Colossus 1. It's probably more than that, but whatever. They are leasing it out for 45 billion over 3 years to Anthropic, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the actual point of this. Musk's reply. SpaceX has not committed to leasing Colossus for years, although it's possible that may be what happens. This is a 180-day lease with 90-day notice, mutual cancellation thereafter. The short term was our request, not Anthropic's. We won't leave them hanging and we'll provide a reasonable off-ramp. But if compute gets super tight, I said we might need it back at some point. Now this is extremely important. Although it's not new information, the S1 made it quite clear. In fact, at the time, I explained why this was such an enormous, high-risk, high-reward piece of leverage for SpaceX AI. Either party can pull out on 90 days notice, but given the enormous constraints on AI compute access globally right now, the odds of Anthropic finding a better deal somewhere else or not needing the compute access is relatively low. It's not zero, but it's relatively low, whereas the odds of SpaceX AI requiring access to some of that compute for additional training for new models, new projects, etc., is actually relatively high. SpaceX AI has enormous leverage here. Yes, it is high risk because Anthropic could go, well, we're out. But I think the downside here, SpaceX will probably find a use for this compute. I pointed out at the time. This shows what an incredible position of power SpaceX finds themselves in. Unsurprisingly, but at least this is new information, Musk does confirm the short term was our request. So Anthropic weren't wanting a potential out. It was SpaceX AI. In the future, should, hypothetically, SpaceX AI acquire a company called Cursor almost immediately after IPO, hypothetically, of course, or perhaps envision a new product or an opportunity, or maybe even, hypothetically, again, of course, totally not going to happen, totally not inevitable, maybe SpaceX were to acquire Tesla, it'd certainly be handy to have an enormous amount of compute capacity to, for example, train new models or improve existing models, whether it be an AI coding model, agent, autonomous software, humanoid robots, etc. It's also possible that another AI company out there wishes to outbid Anthropic and say, bro, we'll pay $2.5 billion a month. What are you going to do? What are you going to do is, well, if you're SpaceX AI, say, hey, Anthropic, so we've got a better offer. We don't want to fuck you guys over, so we are giving you the opportunity to match or exceed that. Otherwise, see you later, 90 days, bye. Again, extremely strong signs of enormous leverage in SpaceX AI's favour. Some important posts today from Elon Musk. Extremely nerdy, and if you're an autistic AI engineer, you'll probably bust a few nuts. Just pause and read the full thing. I'm not even going to bother because everyone's eyes will glaze over and go, what the fuck? GB300s and 8 were? I will get to the bottom line and the point here. Musk posts today that SpaceX has almost finished writing version 1 of an in-house AI training stack, the end result of which is a potential speed improvement for AI training versus what most of the industry uses of more than an order of magnitude. So the bottom line here, this system could make training huge AI models, the kind of models that could bring in tens, hundreds of billions of dollars of usage from users. The most useful large models could be trained 10 times faster or more. He wasn't done, adding in a follow-up post. Next, we'll be writing the inference stack in C for simultaneous high-speed reinforcement learning across a large block of GB300s. And a third post clarifying. Note, I posted this to encourage those who enjoy getting incredible performance out of hardware to join SpaceX, which explains the extremely nerdy jargon. Bottom line here, though, is a very substantial improvement in training large AI models. And when I say very substantial, I mean abso-fucking-lutely gigantic, more than an order of magnitude. If they pull this off, holy fucking shit. A user on X reposts Musk's recruiting effort and writes, there's a ton of headroom to better optimize AI training and inference. Elon responds, yes, adding, it's not that we've discovered some magic bullet, but rather than JAX, which is the industry convention, the standard at the moment, or at least the open source version of it, is mostly optimized for small to medium-sized training runs on Google TPUs, which is Google's own AI hardware. Whereas we need massive training runs on NVIDIA GPUs. This is basically what the rest of the industry is using. More, a user writes, they made an in-house AI training stack from scratch in C as a hobby project. Musk very candid in his response. It's essential, or we simply cannot be competitive. This follows a post 2 days ago where Musk writes, I just left the SpaceX AI office at 2:45 a.m. and people were still going. I think we might be close to a significant breakthrough in training. And as we've since learned, that significant breakthrough is roughly an order of magnitude improvement in the training of large AI models. And for those of you unaware, while we're on the subject of large AI models, that accurately describes full self-driving. As I said in the intro, I have a strong suspicion that many investors will be suffering from shiny object syndrome. What's happening with SpaceX AI right now, leading up to and then after the IPO, the amount of news, updates, leaps forward, the hype, justified, I'll add, is going to be next fucking level. Tesla's Cybercab, now in production, is about to change transportation forever and completely transform the financials of Tesla's business. Make sure you're paying attention. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.